the girl never imagined that she would end up entering a snow hut, together with a boy who was pursuing her. However, because the space inside was so small, it didn't take long for both of them to start gasping for air. At that moment, just to tease him, she deliberately began flirting with the boy.
もっとくっついてほら。
もう俺出るよ。
だってよ、まだ入ったばっかじゃん。
What he didn't expect though, was that when he stepped out of the snow hut, he discovered his grandmother standing outside, having heard everything that just happened inside. Seeing the look of disbelief on his grandmother's face, the boy instantly felt extremely embarrassed. It turned out that not long before this, Jack had been looking at an event poster at school, when Jenny suddenly leaned in close to his ear, just to mess with him. Once Jack realized what was happening, he shyly walked away at once. At that moment, Jenny also noticed the poster on the wall. Seeing how interested Jack was in the winter festival event, she took the initiative to invite him to go with her. Before Jack could even respond, Jenny decided for him, then immediately walked away. So when the day of the event arrived, Jack saw Jenny running toward him, and he suddenly blushed out of shyness. Jenny, however, thought that the way he looked right now was incredibly cute. Hearing that only made Jack even more embarrassed. Soon, the two of them arrived at the festival grounds, seeing all kinds of ice sculptures and attractions. Jack, who had never seen anything like this before, felt extremely excited. Seeing how happy Jack looked, Jenny couldn't help but smile as well. Not long after, Jenny brought him in front of a massive snow sculpture, and immediately pulled Jack in to take a photo together. But because Jack was standing so close to her, he caught the scent of her perfume, and instantly felt completely captivated. At that exact moment, Jenny happened to capture it on camera. No matter how much Jack begged her afterward, Jenny had no intention of deleting the photo. Just then, however, Jenny accidentally slipped, and Jack rushed forward to catch her. Unexpectedly, that single moment made the atmosphere between them suddenly feel very intimate. The next second, they quickly stepped back to keep a safe distance. What Jack didn't realize, though, was that Jenny had already started to develop feelings for him. The next day, back at school, Jenny specially brought her favorite convenience food to Jack during lunch, but after she fed him a bite, Jack wanted to share his lunch with her as well. When he opened the lunchbox, its high-end appearance left Jenny frozen in surprise. Jack, however, calmly explained that this was just his everyday meal, so Jenny jokingly teased him, calling him a rich kid, but Jack replied that he actually came from a very ordinary family. At that moment, Jenny suddenly remembered that Jack was a transfer student from Tokyo. She leaned closer to him and started asking him to take her to visit his home. Seeing how adorably she was acting, Jack could only agree helplessly. However, on the way home, Jenny suddenly spotted a snow hut by the roadside and invited Jack to go inside for a bit. Seeing how hesitant Jack looked, Jenny took the initiative to grab his hand and pulled him inside the next second. But the space inside the snow hut was far too small, causing their warm breaths to brush right next to each other's ears. With how close they were standing, the atmosphere inside became even more intimate. Before long, Jack grew afraid that his nervousness would be noticed, so he took the initiative to step out of the snow hut. Unexpectedly, once outside, Jack ran straight into his grandmother. Seeing the look of disbelief on her face, Jack instantly felt extremely awkward. He then learned from her that everything the two of them said inside the snow hut had been heard clearly. Just as Jack was about to explain, Jenny stepped out of the snow hut as well and wrapped her arm around his. Seeing how close the two of them looked, the grandmother was instantly shocked.